6 players for the Phase 2 single elimination. Now, here's the issue with that, right? So the issue with that is the fact that we have 6 players. If we had 8 players, it'd be easier, but we have 6. So that means 8 players would be easier. All right, so we got ourselves quite the game. We're trying to figure this thing out because we were in agreement, but someone said that they wanted to get more games. I'm not sure if I had made a mistake or something. I'm sure I'll be letting known. I just want to try to make this as absolutely as fair as possible. So. All right, everybody. Let's get the show on the road. We've got Decidueye versus Eternatus. So Eternatus does have a lot of different options here to try to get out of this kind of situation with Decidueye playing quite a few bosses and playing quite a few different you got Yveltal as well. So there are ways for Eternatus to try to get the win here, unlike some of the other decks that we've seen struggle against this deck tonight. So we're going to definitely see if Eternatus can finally bring down the bird. All right. So as I was saying, yeah, I'm trying to figure some stuff out with the Discord, the players in it, and they're all cool with what's going on. So let's get back to this amazing game that's going on. So it seems like our Eternatus player is seriously trying to figure out how they're going to get around a bunch of these birds. Now, it is unfortunate that, you know, Decidueye does block Vs and Vmaxes, which, if you look at a card like Zamazenta, that only blocks Vs and not Vmaxes. So he's going to have to try to find a way to get around these guys pretty quickly. He might be able to find it fast. He might not be able to, but it's really all comes down to how he plays this out. So he's looking to do some stuff here. He's debating something, and he's going to go through with it. He's going to go with the boss's orders to the Rowlet that did get an energy on it and play Crobat. Oh, that is super unfortunate. That is super unfortunate. He did not get a Eternatus VMAX in the energy like I'm assuming he wanted to get the knockout here. Oh, that is just heartbreaking to see. I agree with Thall here. I think bringing Rowlet, Alolan Executor was a fantastic deck to bring here. I think this is going to be quite the game to watch. If Snorlax moves on, I think they're going to have quite the easy time later on. All right, so that was a Marnie that probably was more helpful than it was disrupting to our Decidueye player here. Remember, this is single elimination, so the winner of this, it is best of 3, but the winner of this gets to move on while the loser does not. So we've got Rare Candy here. Boom. And there is the Decidueye, and it's going to start bringing a bunch of trouble down onto the Eternatus V player. They're going to want to try and find some cards in their deck that can actually out this Decidueye. But there is the Splitting Arrow. 90 to the Eternatus V. I'm assuming 20 to the, 20 to the Zigzagoon and to the other Eternatus. This Decidueye deck has been very, very, very consistent. All right, it seems like our Eternatus player is trying to decide where to put this Eternatus VMAX, and he's deciding to go with the one on the bench, as it seems like it's probably the safer option, as it's not going to get taken out by 90 damage multiple times. So he's just going to let it slow roll the 20. And there is a Zigzagoon in hand. We got the Moltres out. Unfortunately, it doesn't really do too much for him. But maybe if he can start pinging some of these Rowlets, he'll be good to go. But he's going for the Decidueye here, and I'm assuming it's so that way when he gets the Yveltal later, it's not going to be that dangerous going in. So, and it, oh no, his Yveltal, the one that we've been seeing throughout this entire tournament, actually got prized. It's not on the table right now. So he's going to try to, I'm assuming, he's looking through his deck to find out what he has and what he does not have, which is always smart. If you ever go into your deck, ensure that you look through it to find out what you have and what you don't have, what is an option and what is not an option. So it's looking like he's deciding to maybe give Decidueye, give Decidueye the Zigzagoon. And down comes the Marnie, reset in both hands. I'm assuming that is a huge thing for living like Snorlax over there. Rare Candy coming down. That's another Decidueye that, unfortunately, Eternatus is going to have to deal with here. Heartbreaks coming out. And a huge 180 about to hit the Zigzagoon due to weakness. See, that's the unfortunate thing for quite a few different dark types, is that they are weak to grass. So that is slightly unfortunate, but okay, he's got something rolling for him. Okay. I see exactly what I think he's trying to do here. He's trying to go and poison the Decidueye and get some chipping damage over time just to try to knock it out that way. Unfortunately, it's not going to be enough to knock it out while Crobat V is alive, and due to switching options, it might not even really be worth it. But we'll see what happens here. If you're a fan of Decidueye, if you're a fan of these types of decks, let us know in the comments. Let's hear it. Who's rooting for Decidueye and who is rooting for Eternatus right now? So there is the poison. It is somewhat unfortunate that a lot of Eternatus players have steered away from playing the version of Eternatus where you play the Toxtricity to increase poison damage between turns, because increasing that poison damage would be super clutch for Eternatus right now. And ooh, that is quite unfortunate. With the quick shooting going on, he's gonna have a bunch of 3 prizers on the bench for it to just be targeted by both the quick shooting and by the splitting arrows attack. So things are going to be moving and progressing a lot quicker now, with his Zigzagoon pretty close to getting knocked out down there. He is trying to decide where that energy should go. There it goes. It goes right down onto the Crobat. I think he feels like that might be one of his very few and only options. All right, research hitting the field, and we're going to see exactly what happens next here. Tossing away an energy, getting a Zigzagoon, very smart. Just to keep pinging Pokemon and increase the damage, but again, it just isn't really enough. I mean, with 90 damage going to Crobat V and Crobat V only having 180 HP, it only takes 2 turns for Decidueye to knock it out with its base attack of 90. So that's just quite unfortunate for the HP of Crobats there. But that Decidueye is getting very close to getting knocked out. If he can take it out and really only focus on the Decidueye there on the Decidueye there at the bench, then he could be in the clear if he can knock out as many Decidueye as possible. But it seems like he sees the Snorlax sees the issue here and gets the boss out to Eternatus, so that way they can start smacking Eternatus for 90 and doing a little bit of damage to the Crobat and presumably the other Eternatus VMAX on the bench. So that is going to allow them to really damage that Crobat over time. Plus with the Inteleons, it would be much easier to get a knockout with that kind of damage than attacking it, as you can get 2 prizes and then switch. Get 2 prizes off the bench and then attack for possibly another 2 prizes. So these bottom 4 players, these 4 players that are playing right now, the top 2 players got a bye, as they did the best in the beginning, which I guess is the benefit of doing that. Playing your absolute best there is you do get the bye there. But yeah, these bottom 4 players, they are working their absolute hardest to get to the top 3 for these ETBs. And it shows. I mean, they are working their butts off out here trying to get this going. The bright side is that it is best of 3. It is not best of 1. That is the bright side. You can kind of gauge your opponent and see how they play and see what maybe you could do better for the next game and then capitalize on it for a win. So that is the bright side of best of 3 here. That Decidueye has only got 30 HP left on it, but I don't think much of his Pokemon are going to be surviving that long, as Zigzagoon has only 40 HP left on it, and the Decidueye only has 40 as well, which easily can be done via the Inteleons and the splitting arrows. But it seems like Thall is going to be trying to take out the Inteleon here to minimize 20 damage next turn, as to not get 40'd on, but we'll see how that works for him, because I believe that with Inteleon just doing a quick shooting on the Eternatus and then splitting arrow will be enough for the knockout on all 3, or on the 2 of them, to get 4 prizes in 1 turn. And there goes Decidueye getting 3 prizes. Oh, wow. Only 3. I thought he would have gotten the Zigzagoon, but I guess I completely miscalculated that. No way that it's happening now, for sure. Unfortunately, that Zapdos or that Moltres cannot attack, and there's just no way to get a win here with what he's currently got. It is unfortunate, but that is the bright side, as I said, with best of 3. Oh, it looks like he's having some connectivity issues here. Okay, I see that, Thall. I see that. Unfortunately, though, as I do see that there's no possible way of a win here, we will have to give it to Snorlax. But oh, okay, you're good to go now. That's good. And all right, he's gonna attach the Crobat. Go in there. But unfortunately, just 1 hit from One hit from... No, 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 you're gonna lose. Oh, he did it. He decided to just self-lose there. But that is A-okay. That is a good move to go out on. Say, hey, I still do have ways of beating you in a sense. I can still knock out your Pokemon if you give me the time. So that is absolutely awesome that he did see somewhat of an opening. He did know he was going to lose, and he went for it anyway. So good on him there. Going on to game 2. Snorlax probably feeling really good right about now. Our good friend Raza, the Luke Metal player, is currently 1 win against Matthew B. So they are waiting for a response from Snorlax currently. And there we go. We are off to game 2 in this epic battle of birds versus, I guess, interdimensional space dragons. Pokemon is so weird, isn't it? I mean, name another world where creatures that you can tame as pets that are intergalactic space dragons get their butt whooped by owls. I just don't know if that's a thing. Maybe in Magic the Gathering, but that doesn't exist here. Anyway, we're off to game 2. Looks like they're trying to figure out who's going to go first or second. They might have discussed that in the Limitless chat, or they are asking it currently. And in the matchup between Raza and Matthew B, it looks like it is now 1-1. Either Luke Metal or Eternatus is going to be making it through. So that is good stuff to see. And off to the races. I do have to let my players know something currently that I had noticed. All right, there we go. I was letting our players know that it says that there's only 8 minutes left out of a best of 3. Some players are actually on their 3rd game, but like these guys are only on their game 2. That shouldn't be the case. There is no time limit for this best of 3 single elimination. I don't know why it is counting it down like that, but I'm letting them know that I'm going to be bypassing that one myself. Oh, wow, he got an instant win. He got an instant win. That was insane. That was absolutely insane. Very, very lucky. Very lucky. That's where the game sometimes really comes in and just gives you all the luck in the world. Absolutely incredible. Never expect something like that. And this is game 3. This is going to determine who is going and who is not into the top 4 here to find out who's the best and who isn't. Granted, all of you guys, every single one of you are absolutely incredible, and I want each and every one of you to know it. All right, looking like not as lucky as last time. they got that Fion down on Snorlax's side, so they already have a situation where they can start recycling it, so that way it goes to the bottom of the deck. There's no possibility of a deck out, so that is good on their end there. Eternatus going in for that weakness guard energy. It looks like they got their Yveltal in deck, so that is decent for them. That is really, really good. So they're going to go ahead and Crobat here and draw a fresh 3. Getting a Zigzagoon. And looks like they're going to be pinging something. They go for the Rowlet. All right, marning away that hand to get a fresh 5. Landing themselves on another beautiful hand that they could really utilize here, including that Zigzagoon. Absolutely amazing. Getting a ping down on that Rowlet. And it looks like that is about it. He is going to go ahead and Power Accelerator for 30 damage and move on to Snorlax's turn. If it's explosive, it'll be amazing for them. But they got themselves a capture energy, getting another Rowlet into play, trying to build up that dominance in the board to say, look, man, if you knock out one, I got another ready for you. But there's the Dare Tricks. No rare candy this time around for Snorlax. They might have to slowly evolve. Does he want first or second? He's not answering. Is this for the current game? I think you guys might have figured that one out, to be honest with you. All right. Trying to take care of some stuff. There is the rare candy. So as I was saying it, no rare candy this time. It looks like I'm going to have to eat my words because there definitely is a rare candy this time. That is thanks to Drizzle's Shady Dealings. What a card. And now it is off to our Eternatus player here. Going and getting the Eternatus VMAX. Getting early knockouts on this Drizzle is going to be extraordinarily helpful, as trying to get rid of those Inteleon possibilities and putting some of those Drizzles into the discard can be very useful. And fresh hand due to Professor's research. We will see what exactly is going on here. Looks like we're going to see a Dread End for 210 on that guy right there, knocking out that Drizzle. Again, as you can see probably in that top left corner, I'm just talking to our players, making sure that things are going smoothly. All right. Evolution Incense coming in. Are we going to be seeing an Inteleon, or are we going to be seeing a Dare Tricks? We could even see... Oh, well, there's the Dare Tricks, but if Snorlax had the Decidueye in hand along with a rare candy, we could have seen another Decidueye super quickly. So here she goes. She's going to start building up that presence and start just slamming the 20s everywhere, along with the 90s on the Eternatus. So, oh, there we go. There we go. Boss's orders coming in and taking out a Drizzle. Kind of not really giving her the option of using a Inteleon for extra damage. So that is really decent. She also plays the Shady Dealings Inteleon along with the Drizzle to find 2 more trainer cards that could be utilized later on down the line, and knocking out those Drizzles. That could be useful. That could be really useful, as you can't get to Inteleon without the Drizzle and the Sobbles. So he saw a position that he needed to take and took it. There's the Evo Incense. There is a second Decidueye on the field now, ladies and gentlemen. So the question now is, how is the Eternity's player going to get around this? What can he capitalize on? So the Fion, I mean, that's just an easy way to get like the active Pokemon back to the bench. So that's really not an option to truly knock out, but that Sobble is an option to truly knock out. Level ball coming down, seeing a Drizzle, putting it in the hand to save it for next turn. All sorts of goodies you can get with that Drizzle. And hitting him with a splitting arrow. Really trying to knock out those 2 Zigzagoons on the bench. Oh, wow. Absolutely insane. Oh, my goodness. The top deck boss coming in for the knockout on the Dare Tricks. That is eliminating another threat that is possible later on in the matchup. So getting rid of those threats, that is extremely important. And here comes Decidueye, the bane of every V and VMAX deck's existence. There's that Drizzle we saw her get earlier in the match when she decided to use the Evolution Incense. We'll see what exactly is going to be grabbed here. There is a load of things that could be grabbed, as it can grab any sort of trainer card, and they choose to grab a level ball. I will assume it is to get another Rowlet, create some board presence, because Snorlax has seen personally, it's a Sobble, very well, but Snorlax has seen personally, hey, there is a way for me to knock out the Decidueye. It is slow, but I am able to do it. So there goes the Path of Peak, get knocked down by the Chaotic Swell. And Splitting Arrow for another 90 damage. It is very possible that our Decidueye player takes multiple, up to 5 prizes this turn. It is very possible. Promoting the Derail Yveltal up there, because it is not a V, it can actually put some damage down onto this Decidueye, so that is actually very good for the matchup here. That's what he didn't have in game 1, and apparently didn't need in game 2. So let's see if the Yveltal will make much of a difference for him. All right, he threw away a lot of really goodies, so. All right, he is starting to build that poison presence that can affect Decidueye. Here comes the Quick Ball. Got ourselves quite a few Pokemon to choose from here. Deck is still pretty healthy with 21 cards in it, so quite a few options to choose. Going for the Zigzagoon here to ping a Pokemon. Yep, the Decidueye, getting that extra damage in there. And hitting for 60. Now it can't retreat. We know for a fact that Yveltal can't get knocked out this turn by 90 damage, so it is very, very possible. Oh, there's the Fion. The Fion throws away the Decidueye. Now he's going to have to choose here who's the best option. He's choosing Crobat. Ladies and gentlemen, I would also like to say, while we are watching this game unfold, we do have a winner from the bottom. It is Raza. He has won with a Luke Metal versus Matthew B's Eternatus VMAX deck. Shady Dealings coming in. All right. Drizzle is there now, and there are 2 Inteleons on the bench, none of them being the snipers, so there is a good possibility that they might not be around. They could be prized. That's very possible. But there's a Decidueye. And there is a knockout on those guys there. All right, so he got rid of that pesky little turf field stadium, not being able to get any more evolved grass Pokemon. So in comes the Derail Yveltal, Dire Flame Wings being activated down there on the bench to kind of come back from that retreat cost. And down goes Decidueye thanks to Yveltal's clutch attack. And boy, is that name correct. Clutch indeed. Clutch really helped him here. All right, there's the Whirlpool Suction. Bringing out the Crobat V as it practically has the free retreat. And there is a Rowlet sitting on the bench, posing a threat to everything that has been built so far by our Eternatus player. Snorlax really taking their time here, looking through the deck, making sure they pick the right cards. Marnie for next turn. Decidueye insinuates that there is a rare candy in hand. The attachment. Pass. And oh my god, no way! The boss's orders coming in to knock out the Rowlet. The Decidueye player, the Decidueye is not going to be seen right now. And the Eternatus player really saw the situation for what it was and said, I need to get rid of these threats as soon as possible. Let me get rid of them. So boom, there it goes. Marnie coming in. But unless our Decidueye player has a way to get rid of these energies or a way to stall out still, I don't know if this is winnable. Oh man, I really foresaw the Decidueye deck really laying in the attacks here, and it just turned out that Decidueye ended up not getting there in this game 3. I mean that clutch Yveltal really helped. And ladies and gentlemen, there is game 3. Our Eternatus player sees it. Well played coming from Snorlax. It was well played. It was amazingly played. So while we're here on stream, I know a lot of the players are here either actively watching or listening to the stream when they're not playing or anything like that. I do want to actively say that the 3 players that are not going to get a prize that made it to Phase 4 will be getting 20 Chilling Rain packs apiece, provided by me. I really didn't think I win against Decidueye. No one ever does. No one ever does. All right, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to go ahead and see how this goes down. Ladies and gentlemen, I am trying to figure out how to start this next round, and for some reason, it is not popping up. There we go. End round pair. Next round. Here we go. The final four, ladies and gentlemen. The final four. And it looks like our Eternatus player is going to be playing the one and only